Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome to another Today in History. We always like doing these. We're doing them a little earlier. We thought we'd get the jump on some of these. So we're not going to wait till 8 o'clock. We've been doing these a lot at 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Atlantic time. We're on Atlantic time, and so we thought we'd. I hope this is working. I hope you're hearing this click because this should be working. We're trying so many experiments this week to get this Today in History thing just to sort of clock in the right way. Hey, Kim, thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Appreciate that. Got a lot of people who are, this week it's been really, really nice because we are in dire need of new equipment. And some people have just been going up, and there's a link in, I've just been donating, because some people don't want to do Patreon. They don't want they don't like the monthly thing, and some people don't want to buy a T-shirt because that's just not their thing. So a few people this week have just basically just donated money, just said, "Hey, here you go. I hope this helps." So it does, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Just to keep in mind, our big channel is Rock History Music. This is the one we do all the interviews with. But this very channel here is a Today in History, and also a place where we put our full videos. Lou Graham will be coming on in the next few days in two parts because it's really long. And we'll also have the podcast, and we have so many new things coming on in the next few days. So anyway, just before we get going, just say hi to some people. GT Shark really works better for me since I'm in the UK. What we're looking at, it's 6:34 here. Usually doing it at 6. Hey, Dwayne, greetings from Edmonton, Alberta. I share a birthday with many famous people. Oh, like who? Who do you share a birthday with? We're going to. Are we ready to dive in? I think we're ready to dive in. It's oh my, it's her birthday. Hasten Down the Wind, one of the most beautiful album covers in the history of music, with Linda Ronstadt. She's rock, she's country, she's Latin, she's opera. Man, what's my favorite song? Oh, You're No Good. I was just thinking, what's that song? Andrew Gold played on it too. So it's her birthday today. Congratulations to her, 1946. And 1952, we don't have a picture of him, but David Pack, who was the lead singer of Ambrosia for a lot of years. He's not with them anymore. Ambrosia is still going. Burley Drummond and his wife, the drummer of Ambrosia, are keeping the whole thing going. But I met him at an awards show. I was co-chair of the awards show in Toronto, and he was coming into he was late. He was coming to grab a bite before he went up to his hotel, and I went, Hi, it's John Beaudin from. He's just like, he said, "Hey man, sorry." So I kind of went, "Hey, John Beaudin from." So he was, but again, you never know what's going on with someone, and I just hear he's a really nice guy, and that was my encounter with David Pack, who did perform at the award show. That was very nice of him to come. So we've got more. Hold on, this one's not working. There I'm back. Oh, I see what I'm gonna do. I see what I gotta do. This is my other camera. My other view. But we're going back to that one. I looked yellow. I looked like I had liver problems there. But anyway, that was Linda. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know why I can't seem to do this anymore. There we go. Paul Young. Not Every Time You Go Away, Paul Young. This is Sad Cafe, Mike and the Mechanics, Paul Young. He passed away of a heart attack at his home in Manchester, England in 2000. He was only 53 years old. What an amazing singer Paul Young was. See if this, oh, there we go. This is an interesting feature that we can do on Friday nights of looking back and seeing what the top hits were. In 1965, this week's U.S. top 3 singles. Number 3, The Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man. There you go. I Can't Help Myself from the Four Tops. It sounded English there for a second. And the Stones. I Can't Get No Satisfaction. So there you go. It's kind of a nice thing when we round out the week and we get a chance to see what the big hits were. And one of my favorites of all time. Here he comes. 1972, Honky Chateau becomes Elton John's first #1 album in the U.S. Includes the single Rocket Man and a great album track, I Think I'm Going to Kill Myself, Amy. It was one of my favorite albums. I have it up there. I have it on LP. I have it autographed by Elton. I have, I think, 6 autographed albums by Elton John. They're all from the 70s. And I just love Elton John. Everyone knows that. Anyway, good for Elton. It was the start of a new version of Elton John at that point. You know, those whole albums in that era, Don't Shoot Me, Only the Piano Player, Honky Cat, Going Into Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I mean, it was just, then Caribou, then the Captain Fantastic and the Brown Deer Cowboys, Rock of the Westies, Blue Moves. It was an insane time for one of the most, they called him the $60 million man. I mean, it's like amazing what he was accomplishing in the 70s. And sales freaking everywhere. Oh, the biggest selling Stones album. Some Girls. I know I say this an awful lot, but I was always pleasantly surprised and shocked at the same time that Some Girls in 78 became the biggest selling Rolling Stones album. And don't get me wrong, it's my favorite Stones album. But I kept going, what? All those albums from before? None of them outsold Some Girls, but they didn't. They were on top of the world. The group in 78 had a 2-week run at #1 in the U.S. Congratulations to them. I have my little number on here. Oh, John Lennon posthumously released I'm Stepping Out in 1984. That was a tough stuff when they were still releasing music when he wasn't around anymore. And then Yoko had that album cover with the bloody glasses, which was actually his bloody glasses from the murder. It was heartbreaking and In 1967, The Doors and Jefferson Airplane both played an afternoon and evening show of over 8,000 fans in Anaheim Center, Anaheim, California. You gotta love The Doors. You know, I was talking to been talking to a lot of people lately about their brushes with older hits, older people, and Jason Scheff playing with the 2 remaining members, John and Robbie of The Doors, and how much of a treat that was for him. And he says it was a dream come true, and they're such nice guys. And he knew them before, but still, I mean, really. In 73, Ray Davies announced he was retiring from the Kinks, then attempted suicide. Neither one worked. What? Well, he came back, of course, and they had a lot more hits after that. And we're glad he's still around, but still, strange. You never know what someone's going through, right? In 1989, Pink Floyd, they appeared on a floating stage in Venice. Over 200,000 people attended. This was the 3-member Pink Floyd with David Gilmour and the boys and no Roger Waters. Yeah, Nick Mason. You know, I always liked Nick Mason's drumming. And Richard Wright, of course, Rick Wright. So there you go for that. In 2015, Robbie Williams announced he was returning to the boy band Take That. I just have a heavy distaste for that guy. I don't know what it is. In 2018, November Rain by Guns N' Roses, it became, believe it or not, the first 90s video to pass 1 billion views on YouTube. The one closest to that was Zombie by the Cranberries at 739 million. There you go. Oops. How do I get me back? Hold on. That's the thing when you're hold on. I'll be back. There you go. I'm just learning the buttons. I'm learning the buttons. So guys, I want to say hi to some of you. And by the way, thank you for the folks who just, this week was probably one of the most touching weeks that I've had doing this in 8-9 years, however long it's been, where we basically just said we need to buy new equipment and we can't. We don't have the funds to buy the new equipment. And a few people just said, well, here's, you know, the donated money. They did. And there's nothing wrong with joining our Patreon. God, please do. I mean, And if you want to be coached, there's a higher level where I can coach you one-on-one to be a YouTuber. But expenses just came up and taxes, and it was just insane. So a few people just came on and just said, no, I'll help you out. They just donated money on our PayPal, which is instant, as you know, right? So that helped us buy some new lighting. That's why the lighting, notice, you can see all the little crevices in my face, which is realistic, and that's what you want. So I was able to go out and buy some lighting, which made this video better. A new green screen, which really helps us because you want to have a professional looking Today in History. So if you ever, I know times are hard, if you ever want to help us out with the channel, there's a PayPal link at the very top of the description of almost all our videos, or you can join our Patreon, or you can buy t-shirts. So thank you for that. So we've got some people say, oh, Dwayne says it's my birthday today. Oh, it is your birthday. Dwayne, happy birthday. Wow. And Kim says happy birthday. Dwayne says thanks to Kim. JT Shark. I always thought Lynn was one of the sweet, innocent people till I saw interviews with Henley and Fry talking how she would drink the boys under the table. You know, Andrew Gold, before he died, maybe 5 years before he died, you know, thank you for being a friend, Lonely Boy. He told me one night, he says, I was sitting on Linda's bed trying to help her write her own songs because she's a famous interpreter, right? She does other people's songs, like Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night never wrote their own hits. They're interpreters. They take songs and they kind of make it their own. Nazareth was very good at that, even though Nazareth wrote a lot of their own songs. But there's just some people who are good at taking someone's music and making it sound really, really good. Anyway, it's telling me now my iCloud's almost full, so I can't last long. Chris B. Hey, John, have you interviewed Al Stewart? I haven't, but I've got 2 interviews of Al Stewart from a gentleman who gave me all his interviews from back in the heyday. Charles Kaufman, Beast of Burden, probably one of my favorite Stone songs. Same here. Love that tune. Chris Householder, happy birthday. Yes, see? You get all kinds of birthday wishes. Anyway, we're going to come back on at 9 o'clock? Yeah, 9 o'clock. Shannon and I on our other channel. And I appreciate everyone helping us out this week. It's been a challenging month for us for our channels. Something happened at YouTube. We're not sure what it is, and all of a sudden our income just went. So I know they're trying to fix it. Only a few channels were affected, but all of a sudden we were caught and going, whoa! And we have to buy new equipment. So it was crazy, is what it was. So thank you for the people who. Again, it's all in the description of this video, who just donated money via PayPal, joined our Patreon, or just bought a t-shirt. So anyway, thank you very much. I like the way this is going. I'm enjoying doing Today in History. We're going to do it every single day, but we're going to probably do it from now on at 6 o'clock if that time works. If it doesn't, just put it in the description of this video. But thanks. This has been fun. Today in History, Rock History Book. Subscribe, like our videos, and we'll be back on our sister channel, Rock History Music Tonight.